The book titled Confidence, Men, Wall Street, Washington, and the Education of a President presents President Obama and this nation with the opportunity to discuss real hostile work environments. On September the 20th, Joe Scarborough and the crew of Morning Joe discussed the book with the author. It is time that a true case of employment discrimination and retaliation be presented to those people like Joe Scarborough, who is leaping on this opportunity to label President Obama's administration as being hostile to females. Based on my own hostile work environment experience and my knowledge of that subject, I believe that even if the events described by the author and discussed on the show are true, they do not meet the criteria of a hostile work environment. My hostile work environment experience includes complaining of discrimination for 2 years straight, and at the beginning of the third year, complaining of discrimination at Albion Correctional Facility on January the 6th, and receiving an unfavorable performance evaluation for the first time in 10 years on January the 7th. The unfavorable evaluation was completed by Sergeant Kelsey, a man who did not supervise me during the 1 year covered on the evaluation. Sergeant Kelsey should not have evaluated me because I had a bidded job, and according to my union contract, one of my 3 regular supervisors should have met, and one of those sergeants should have evaluated my job performance. I had never been counseled formally or informally for job performance issues prior to the unfavorable job evaluation. My hostile work environment also includes filing a formal complaint with New York State Division of Human Rights on July the 5th after suffering a hostile work environment for 3 years, complaining to supervisors, and not having anyone ever be counseled or any type of corrective action being taken to stop the alleged discrimination and retaliation. And after filing the complaint on July the 5th, the facility supervisors responded to that complaint on July the 26th, and I returned to work on August the 6th, which was 31 days after filing the formal complaint. And at that time, Deb Burberry ordered my union official, C.O. Frost, and a Sergeant Fasano to escort me out of Albion Correctional Facility. Officers are only escorted out of New York State correctional facilities if they have committed a crime, have been charged with a crime, had sex with an inmate, or had an improper relationship with an inmate. And I had not committed any of those offenses. My only crime was that I was African American, had complained of discrimination 31 days earlier, and that I am a female. My hostile work environment experience also includes Deputy Administration Burberry lying during a New York State Department of Civil Service Section 72 hearing when he stated that, to his knowledge, I had never applied for workman's comp. This was important because if I was on workman's comp, then I should not have been subjected to Section 72 of the Civil Service law. Burberry knew this, therefore he lied, and his lie was hostile because as the depth of administration, he date stamps and approves every document that goes into a employee's personnel folder. And although I had dozens of workman's comp related documents, including hearing notices, payment notices, since I was actually receiving workman's comp at the time of the hearing. He lied, and based on his lie, the hearing officer recommended that I be terminated under Section 72 of New York State Civil Service Law. That's hostile work environment.